Hello and welcome back to another video. We have a install that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. You guys notice this light right here? Yeah, that is not part of the Jeep. We're going to be installing some KC lights. This is the hood accessories. I am not sponsored by KC lights. This is just bought by my own money, and I'll give you an honest thoughts and feedback and how it installs in this video. So this kit is going to be perfect for any like Jeeps off-road or even cars that do not have any hood lights underneath their vehicles, because they used to have hood lights underneath any vehicle that I've grown up with, and since that has no longer been a thing, I know you work on your vehicle in the light, but whenever you're off-roading or in the middle of, you know, a snowstorm and you need to get into your engine bay at any time, this is going to be perfect for that. We are actually going to be installing these KC lights with the manual override switch. We're going to use the switch instead of the fuse panel that I have for the aux beam inside, letting the mechanics have a light whenever they work on the vehicle or whenever I need to override and allow some light into the vehicle. So we'll do before and after to show you how bright these lights are. So we're just going to use this light with the mounting hardware. We're going to just put it right over here on this side of the vehicle. It does include some cable sleeving, so you don't have to worry about open wire like this. I did install it in my last video, didn't like it, and I was thinking, like, they have just pod lights, and I was thinking, do they have a hood accessory? And I kept looking, and I found the accessory light, the Cyclone 2. They just came out not too long ago, so we're going to install it. And let's go ahead and get into the unboxing right now. Okay, so we get the manual. We have the 2 pod lights. We have a mounting solution. So this does include the place to put the switch, as well as 2 self-tapping screws to put in the middle of those. You have the cable sleeving. We have a positive and a negative wire. So the positive lead does have the adjustable on-off switch, and it does have a fuse, and it does have a built-in, looks like a 3-amp fuse, and it is watertight. We also get KC logo sticker, and then we also get plethora of zip ties, and that is fantastic. So let's get into the next part of the video. So once you have everything unboxed, just set it up in a way to where you can play around with the lights a little bit and then figure out what location works the best. There's only a certain amount of mounting points on a hood itself, because you will have to use some self-tapping screws into here if you need. You can use double-sided Velcro to eliminate that, because if you're scared of drilling into the underside of the hood, then that's understandable. But so there is also a magnet kit, I believe, that's coming out. I don't know if it's already out, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use some screws, leave it permanent, so that way, you know, nothing falls onto the engine while, you know, you're driving along. But let's go ahead and wire this out. There is a smaller and a longer length of this cable. So obviously the further away, the longer cable you want to use, and the shorter one, use it right here. Then we want to go ahead and connect the ground positive, and then just see how it sets up, see where you want to put them. Go ahead and turn on the lights. But before we turn on anything or plug in anything, we want to disconnect the battery. Disconnect the battery, ease of mind, so that way there's no current running through the whole vehicle. So in case of a fault at any point, that won't happen. So let's go ahead and disconnect the battery, and then let's go ahead and get started. So once the battery is disconnected, we'll go ahead and just add it to these terminals right here. So there's the Okay, let's go ahead and get the battery plugged back in, and then we'll throw on the switch and see where we want to put the lights at. The battery is connected again. We'll go ahead and flip this switch. Holy cow, this is very bright. Okay, so this is how dark it is in the engine bay. You can't see anything. And as soon as we hit this switch, put them into place, oh, you can see so much better. Now the location is just going to depend on where you want the light. So I kind of like this idea because it does illuminate. Now I just have to make sure that this clears anything below, but we can also place it here. We can even just have one. If you even just want to buy one pod light, this is just enough lighting for the hood itself. And then you can just go ahead and wire it to any like auxiliary or any switch that you want to do yourself. If you just add two, you can see just how bright the engine bay is already. Okay, so the next step we'll go ahead and do is figure out where we can mount these so that way we can close the hood. That way we can route wires, and then we would put the cable sleeving on here and then somehow fasten it to the hood so that way it doesn't dangle while you drive. Where is that gonna? Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. So whenever we're gonna close the hood, this lip right here, this lip like right here in the Jeep Grand Cherokees will be perfect. And it will sit right into this housing in between the radiator and then the front of the engine. It shouldn't release a lot of heat right here, given that there's a lot of open area because I did take the factory air box out. But if you wanted to put it in different location, you can take out this carpeted insulation for the hood, and then you'll have a lot of mounting points. I know a lot of Jeep Wranglers do take off the insulation on the inside. You do have like an X pattern that you can just connect one or connect four. It doesn't even matter how many you want to connect, but yes, if you want to do the housing, go for it. But I think we're just going to go ahead and screw into the top of here. Let's get them installed. Okay, so plan B, we're going to go ahead and mount it to one of these locations up here. We're going to take off this guy right here, the foam insulation. It doesn't really serve a whole lot of purpose. So we're just going to take it off the vehicle, and you have to remove this gas spring to get it fully off, unless you want to rip it off. But personally, it is really easy to get these off, so let's go ahead and remove that. But this way we can actually fish the wire through all of this and make it a clean install. All you have to do is remove this little ring and make sure you're holding the hood up because this will release. Not the best way, but Now we want to go ahead and connect this back onto there. Put that little tab spring back on. Or take off the grommet and throw this guy in. Now let's go ahead and install the second one. So we got the KC lights installed. Now we'll go ahead and make sure we know exactly where we want to route these cables. And then we'll put some cable sleeving on them. And then we'll go ahead and mount this switch to the vehicle. So we probably want to go down the raceway, meet up here, and then come down here since the location where we want to put the switch is right here. So I will have to go ahead and disconnect the lights and then feed the wires through, and then we'll go ahead and put the cable sleeving on, because you'll definitely need some cable sleeving because those are going to be exposed wires. So now that we have the cables routed, let's go ahead and just zip tie it out of the way. I do not have any more cable sleeving to clean it up over here, so we'll have to order some. I do have everything that is linked down in the description if you guys want to purchase anything. So now these cables are up and out of the way. Let's go ahead and reconnect the battery. Let's go ahead and turn them on. Everything is mounted. Let's go ahead and get this little switch attached to the vehicle, and we should be completed with everything. So now we're gonna go ahead and just screw this into the side of the vehicle. Okay, and then what we wanna go ahead and do is take off that, take off this, take off that, throw it underneath, put on the threaded nut. If you want to know that it's fully secure, just use a socket so that way it stays in place. Perfect. Throw on the dust cover, and voila, that is the switch in the vehicle. This is where the mounting points were best for the vehicle. Everything is pretty well lit up. What do you guys think? Did I do a good job? All right. If you guys are new to this channel, feel free to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, because we do have content just like this, just random installs you guys don't want to miss. Thank you, everyone, for watching the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. I am so happy with this. Damn.